Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the best damn professional wrestling podcast on the planet. I am, of course, one of your three hosts himself, Mr. Perfection, Odin's greatest creation, gift to this generation, Mr. Perfection himself, Lakota Carter. And I'm here once again with Mr. Eddie Kingston, is right here with us this week, and his made his return from last week being absent. Your guys' favorite, the fan favorite himself, Mr. Magic Fingers himself, Andrew. How is everybody doing this week, man?
Dude, it has been a surprise on Monday night as well as Friday night. So it's been entertaining
Yeah,
to say the least.
yeah. I think both shows were noteworthy. Um,
Yes. Yes.
yeah, very noteworthy. I think last night on SmackDown we had a twist with the title change that I kind of expected, but wasn't expecting it at the end of the day, really, to be honest. Let's kick it off with Raw, man. Andrew, I'll start with you. Kick me off and tell me what your big takeaways from Raw were.
Man, Grandpa Punk coming out with the sweater. Man, that was entertaining, dude. Like I wasn't expecting it, but I'm here for it. I like the way it was happening. When he was doing the official, unofficial open challenge.
Hmm.
And when Logan Paul threw his hat in the ring, I wasn't upset about it
I wasn't
at
either.
all. I wasn't upset with it. Um, I was really hoping to see the match happen because he's got a resume that
Yeah.
shows he can be up there with the big boys. He is not a celebrity wrestler that is here for a celebrity style match. He can put on a 5-star match with whoever he's in the ring with. He's
Yeah.
proven that.
Yep.
I would love to see a Logan Paul versus CM Punk for the title match.
Yeah.
Is he going to win the title from him? No,
No.
no. Punk's going to hold on to that title until Seth Rollins returns, so they can have a match at Mania
Yep.
or something along those lines.
Hmm.
But I actually loved it. I loved that surprise, and again, I was not upset with it at all.
Yeah, and like you said, I think a lot of people that don't like that guy or don't like him in general, they throw this status that, oh, he's just a part timer, he's the YouTuber. Does he work a part time schedule? Yes, but he's also a brand new father. So I think the only reason he works a part time schedule is because he wants to be there for the early years of his child's life, and that to me is completely
Yeah,
fine. And so people saying online, I've read, on Twitter and stuff, saying, "Oh, this is stupid. He don't deserve it." This man, every time he steps in the ring, regardless if it's a 5-star classic or not, he does something to make you go, "Yeah, that
yeah.
happened in this match." And is he going to
You
win the
remember his
title?
match no matter what,
Yeah, you
no matter the
remember it.
outcome. There's something you
Yeah,
remember from.
yeah, you remember it regardless of what happens. But do I think he's winning the title from Punk? Like you said, absolutely not. I think Punk holds on to that
No,
until Rollins gets back. Um, but I was very pleasantly surprised. As you guys know, I'm a huge Logan Paul supporter. So for him to
I
be,
love the banter.
yeah,
I actually love the banter too when
and
he
that,
came out because he was like, "No, no, not
yeah,
you! Like
yeah,
anybody but you." And
yeah.
it was just very well done.
And one thing,
Whether it was scripted or not, it was
yeah,
very well done.
and one thing I will say about Logan Paul that I have critiqued over the last year and a half is his mic skills. Monday,
Yes.
he improved so much to me. I
Yep.
think he improved a lot. I think he that short period that he was with John Cena and team with John Cena, I think he picked up a lot of nuance from Cena, and he's around a locker room of people like Punk and people like Rollins when Rollins wasn't injured, and all these great people that are on the mic that he can help to get better. So
Yep.
that really impressed me on Monday. But John, I'm going to throw it to you, man. What was your big takeaway from Raw, and how do you feel about this Logan Paul situation?
Well, the Logan Paul situation, I don't really look at that whole situation as him being the newest member of the division. I just don't see that. I just think I think just aligning himself with to help take the title off Punk, which is going to fail because I'm not hating on Logan Paul. It's just not his time for the title yet. It's not. Um, because I still believe that Punk's probably going to hold on to it longer than we think. I don't think when Seth returns, not going to be a thing where Seth's going to title right away. I think what's going to happen is the first people Punk's going to. I mean, not Punk. Rollins is going to be Braun, Bronson, and whomever's in the vision. Um, at that point, that's where that's where Rollins is going to help, and he's going to have to pull the Roman card and start apologizing to people, get them to help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't think Ross is going to get the toll as he comes, but that's just not happening.
Yeah. I think that this is I think that the whole vision thing, no, I don't think it's going to be a permanent member, but I think, skipping ahead, I don't want to, we'll talk about the ending when we get to the end of Raw, but skipping ahead a little bit, that whole segment was, to me, it was beautifully written. I think, for a second there, we all thought Logan Paul was kind of being a good guy for once.
For once.
For once. And then when he clocked Punk, man, I was so happy.
That was
I
that was just a straight shot too. There was
Yeah.
no selling that of
No.
a
No.
miss. That was a straight connection.
And knowing Punk before they went out there, he was like, "You got to lay this in to make it look like you took
Yeah,
my head off."
it has to be a solid shot. There's no
Yeah.
missing.
And so, it's to me, this isn't like a full time member type thing, but I think Logan Paul is going to be a part of War Games this year.
Yeah, I think the way it's looking for the vision side, if you look at Braun, Bronson, Logan, I still think there's going to be the new member.
Just don't let it be the pedophile Austin Theory. But anyway, yeah, that's a whole thing we need to cover on the podcast. Did you guys know that
Wait, what?
he got
Hold
caught
up.
back in like 20? What was it, like 2019? It wasn't far into his WWE run, but he got caught like sending illicit messages to underage females. And because Vince was like, he was Vince's guy, right? This was towards the time where he, got the Money in the Bank or whatever.
Yeah.
So they kind of just
didn't want to talk about it.
Swept it under the rug.
Didn't talk about
okay.
And swept it under the rug. So that's why I've not been a big Austin Theory supporter and don't want him nowhere near the main event scene, because dude's certified pedophile.
Literally.
So according to, all right. So I looked it up.
Mm-hmm.
According to the Speaking Out movement in June 2020, accusations arose that WWE wrestler Austin Theory at the time was an NXT talent. Sent inappropriate messages to a woman who was a minor. He was temporarily removed from WWE television following these allegations, but later returned to NXT programming as no public charges or legal cases were filed. Because WWE also reportedly did not find any sufficient evidence to take action, in contrast to other individuals who were dismissed during the same period.
Apparently,
in other
neither
words,
did
that sounds like a cover-up.
Apparently, neither. Well, maybe the law too. Because I mean, if they ain't find anything in it, then there would have been something done about it.
Well, I mean, guys, and there's a guy that, not to switch topic, but there's a guy that was also in that Speaking Out movement that got fired from WWE, who I think should have never been fired after looking at all the evidence and stuff. And his name's Velveteen Dream.
Yeah.
That dude was,
oh yeah, I remember him.
Goddamn generational.
They covered it up. And
to me, that sounds like fucking, you were Vince's top guy, so Vince took care of it. And I haven't liked that dude ever since. Even if he didn't do anything, just the whole fact that, you know what I mean? Those are out there. So it's I have a sour taste in my mouth for him. So I don't want him nowhere near that main event scene and nowhere near that storyline.
Right.
So Andrew, I'll go back to you because you're kind of our leading into the next topic. What's the next topic that you got on your mind, man?
Well, the next thing I wanted to talk about was on Monday Night Raw, how we had a return of Rey Mysterio.
Oh yeah.
and he called out. Well, it was a surprise return because it was King Luchador himself, old Dominic Guerrero, that came out there and trying to, win over the favor of the crowd as well as Judgment Day.
Yep.
And because he's obviously in the doghouse with everybody in the Judgment Day, but he was trying to call himself King Luchador, et cetera, how he's the greatest luchador ever. And Rey Mysterio's had enough of it.
Mhm.
And he came out, made a surprise return. And like, as long as I am still around, you will not be the greatest luchador.
Nope.
Which leads me to honestly being bummed out a bit because I really wanted to see Dominic versus Cena at War Games for the IC title. I really do.
Yeah, nothing.
But
not
now it
happening
looks
now.
like it's going to be a Mysterio versus Mysterio match, a career versus title match is what it's looking like. And it's really going to be sad to see Ray get forced out for his last match, and then 2 weeks later see Cena's last match.
Yeah,
but it's very fitting to see Mysterio's last match, the King of the 619, in 619 Central in San Diego.
Yep.
So it's kind of fitting, but it's going to be a heartbreak, and then 2 weeks later another heartbreak.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be hard.
My thoughts on that, and I'll go to you, John, after me. But man, it feels like my childhood's falling apart in front of me.
Yeah. Yeah. We knew the time would come, but it's hard when it gets here.
I started watching wrestling in 06, 07, so I was there for kind of the peak of Mysterio, kind of, you know what I mean? And I was also there for the peak of the popularity of Cena, even though he wasn't very liked in the beginning.
Right.
So I keep telling people, like, I've held it together this whole retirement tour, but December 13th, I'm not going to be a 22-year-old grown man watching that match. I'm going to be that 5-year-old kid that thought that John Cena was invincible, and it's going to break my heart. And the same thing and Rey Mysterio is one of her favorites of all time. And so it really makes her sad to know that, number one, I think it's time for Rey to go. I'm not saying that I want to see him go,
I don't want to see him go, but
there's not much more he can do.
No.
You know what I mean? And
yeah, when you climb the mountain multiple times, it's only so many times that you're going to be allowed to keep climbing it.
And people call him the greatest luchador of all time. I wouldn't call him that. I would call him the most recognizable luchador of all time.
Yeah.
Not the
Ultimo
greatest.
Ultimo Dragon.
Ultimo Dragon does not get enough credit that he deserves. Exactly.
Agreed.
Agreed. But I think the past, and like you said career versus title. I think it's going to be a mask versus title.
Well, I mean, that might as well be the same thing.
Yeah. And so I think for Ray, he says, you know what, I'm retiring, but there's only one dude I want to do it with, and it's my son, because that's who, that's who's going to be carrying on his name forward. Yeah. As we all know, and I mean, it's not been confirmed, but I genuinely believe deep down my soul that Eddie Guerrero is his biological father.
Well, that's the thing. Monday night, Dominic actually said that Eddie was his dad.
He did.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was just saying it. Or
and I know we could be reading too much into it, but if you go back and look at mid-90s WCW Eddie Guerrero like and then put a picture of Dom beside Eddie right now, he looks just like Eddie Guerrero. And there's been rumors that Eddie, Ray kind of joked over the years, but he, I can't remember the interview I was watching, but he was like, yeah, they kind of had a thing. I wasn't home and Eddie was, and
Ray admitted that his wife told him that she cheated on him with Eddie at one point.
So
it's just something
Angie?
Talk about.
Yeah,
That's
a real thing that happened, and
they were having trouble.
I think Dom doesn't want to use that name, number one, because the Guerrero family has been very frugal towards other people using Eddie's stuff. That I've noticed. Chavo is an asshole. I think he's a complete and utter asshole. Vicky, I don't dislike Vicky too much, but I think Dom wants to carry that name because, number one, that's the man who raised him. Mm-hmm. Number two, the Mysterio name is a big name, but if you say, Eddie Guerrero is my father, that's bigger than the Mysterio name to me.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
you switch to you know, um the Guerrero from Mysterio to Guerrero, I think it puts more pressure on Dom.
Mhm.
But I think this is great. Again, I would like to see Cena versus Dom, just because that's the one title Cena hasn't held.
Right.
And to me, he is the greatest of all time. But that's the one damper on his career that people say, "Oh, he didn't hold the IC title." To me, he's the greatest of all time in WWE standards. Um, but John, how do you feel about this Rey Mysterio and Dominic situation? And are you
Um,
upset about this?
no, not upset. I'm with you. I'm on board with you. It's A's time, just like it's in this time, just like here in the next few months, going to be Age's time. I think it's great that Dom wants to or wants to go out losing to his quote unquote son. Um, but don't forget, this is we don't know what has got going on for SummerSlam. We don't know what he's doing. But there is another way that Cena could get that C title because we don't know all the participants in this last chance for Cena match. Dom may be in that commit,
I mean,
and
yeah, yeah.
that's Dom's ticket to Cena.
Yeah.
But
That's
but
possible.
here's that's my only bugaboo though is if he is in that tournament and he gets Cena's last match, I would rather
You got to have Dom win that.
I'd rather I would rather have Dom win, but we know how WWE be. They're gonna want Cena to win that final belt. Now, what you could
I
have
think
done
I'm gonna
realistically is
lose
you
him.
could have Cena.
He's going.
You could have Cena beat Dom on Saturday Night Main Event to win the title, but then have like a ladder match for it on Raw or something, and have Dom win it right back.
You could do something like that, but we're so close um to this retirement. The time's dwindling thin. So if they're gonna do it, they got
Yep.
to do it quick. Andrew,
But
anything else from Raw?
but then
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, John.
no, I don't know how true this is something I've read. But
Mhm.
there's talk that they were talking about having Cena in the WWE Championship one more time and having go a couple more matches. Don't know how true that is, but it's floating.
There was talk of him being the 18-time champ.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wouldn't be mad at that, but here's the thing. I don't think Cena when Cena says he's done, I think he's done.
Yeah.
So that date, I
Yeah.
think for him, he's done. He's not
Yeah.
going to be one of these guys that say, "Well, I said this," and they
Just
want me
go
to.
back.
When Cena's done, he'll make a
I think he'll be
casual
done,
appearances,
but he
you
won't wrestle
know,
again.
and we'll see him in his fruity pebble color shirts, at special events.
But you
But
won't
he
see
will
him
never
wrestle.
step foot and hear a bell ring again, and that
Yeah.
hurts my soul. I don't think
Yeah.
Cena's like Sting or like these other people that say, "Yeah, I'm retired," and then they come out of retirement for one more match.
Yeah.
So it's a crazy thing. But Drew, anything from Raw that you want to talk about?
Just the four names that were mentioned on Raw for this tournament. We had Damian
Yep.
Priest, Rusev, Sheamus, and Shinsuke.
Yeah. So that
So
to me,
that will be interesting because it's supposed to be
yep.
Damian versus Rusev and Shinsuke versus Sheamus,
First of
which
all,
would be
that
great matches.
yeah.
They'll be great matches,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm curious because um, this tournament could be 16 people from any brand. So I was looking online to see if there were any names mentioned on NXT for this tournament, and from what I'm seeing, because I didn't watch NXT this week,
I didn't either.
I didn't either.
online is saying that it was confirmed that Carmelo Hayes and Dominic Mysterio were mentioned from NXT, but I don't know why they would say those two names.
Yeah, 'cause
I
they're
even
not
checked to
even.
see if there was any confirmations from TNA. There's
And
no confirmations, but there's speculation that would be Nick Nemeth
Joe
or
Hendry and Matt
and
Cardona.
just Matt Cardona. Yeah.
those are the
And there was
So
also talks. I seen another video that put Joe Hendry's name in that hat too.
Yeah, so those are
Yeah.
the three guys from TNA that make the most. And there's one more name from TNA that you guys didn't say that um I think once his TNA contract's up, I think WWE, if they don't scoop him up, they're fucking stupid. And it's Leon Slater.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That kid to me, like right now, actively, I think he might be the best professional wrestler on the planet. Actively, notice I said actively because Will is still out. But I might just be dick riding him. But if you guys pay attention to him, he's so young and he's a year older than me, I'm pretty sure.
And the
And
stuff he's doing now
this
is
kid
good.
gets the business. Like he gets the psychology, he gets everything. And it's just like Javon Evans. There was one spot on NXT that I was watching. I think it was in his tag match on NXT with
Did they
Leon.
have a match
When
or
somebody was coming for the ropes and Javon was laying there, instead of just laying there, he kind of reached out as they were, going across to try to stop him. You can't teach that. That's
You
just
can't teach that. No.
no,
Mhm.
it's just stuff, and it's little stuff like that most people don't pick up on, but little stuff like that really impresses me that they're that young and they can
And
say,
they
I can
know
add
that
this little
much.
bit
They
that
know
people
what's
can
good.
notice. I didn't stop him from jumping, but I tried to. And so if WWE doesn't scoop him up as soon as he is available, they're
gonna regret
stupid.
that.
They're stupid.
Yeah.
But the four names, Leon Slater, Joe Hendry, I think it's four, right? Matt Cardona, yeah, and Nick Nemeth. Those are the four people from
Yep.
TNA that make the most sense for me to be in this tournament. Preferably, just because I'm such a big fan of him and he's my dad's favorite wrestler. I really want Nick Nemeth to get far in this because that 2012 feud with Cena, man, some good shit.
Yes.
But like you said,
And
I
then to
think
go over to SmackDown, and then to go to the SmackDown names that were mentioned Friday night.
Mhm.
LA Knight, AJ Styles, Ramen
Miz
Noodlehead himself, Solo Sikoa,
and Miz.
and The Miz.
Yep.
Well, no, The Miz, but then there was supposed to be a fourth person that
The fourth
is a secret as of right now.
Yeah. Who do you guys? And we're getting both those matches next week on SmackDown, right?
Right.
So who do you guys think that, not to jump ahead from Raw, because I still kind of want to talk about what happened in the main event, even though we talked about it already. But who do you guys think that mystery guy is? And John, I want to start with you because you are usually really interesting with these and really on point with this stuff. So who do you think that mystery man could be?
I mean, the names from TNA sound more realistic. That's like keep seeing just being thrown out there. I know he's still under contract. However, when they you keep especially over the last week, I keep seeing these articles on different sites that there was never any talk about doing. You see those articles saying, "Oh, well, we're not even nobody's mentioned us doing that." The smoke screen. I I'm not saying that Edge could be that mystery opponent for a night.
Yeah.
We still got a handful of other matches to go. So what to say that maybe Edge or Chris Jericho could be one of mystery for one of those other remaining matches.
See, and Drew, I'm going to save you for last because you're a fan favorite. But to me, I think it was confirmed a couple weeks ago that Jericho has signed a multi-year, like a multi-million-dollar deal. So I think that it without a doubt, it's Jericho. And
I would love to see the Human Christmas Tree show back up.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
dude, oh my gosh, and to see him come back for this one final run and everything. Like I'm a big Jericho fan, so if it's Jericho, it's going to be one of the best moments of the year. She's not going to pop because she didn't grow up with Jericho.
No.
She catches, Jericho in AEW, and you really weren't impressed what he was doing because you didn't start watching at the beginning when he was world champion. He was doing great stuff with the inner circle. But for me, if I hear break the walls down, I'm going to shit my pants. Like I'm going I'm going to lose my mind.
There's a difference here because Friday night
Mhm.
there was something I heard, and I mentioned it in our Discord channel.
Mhm.
There was something in the promo that I heard that Cena was trying to face an opponent he's never faced before.
Yeah.
And I look at some of the names who have already been confirmed,
Yep.
and he's got history with a lot of these guys already.
Yeah.
Might as well just drink the rest of that.
But someone who he doesn't have any history with,
You mad?
No, I'm making more in a minute.
Oh, okay.
someone who he doesn't have any history with, is the man who was pulling the names himself Friday night.
Oh my
Nick
god.
Aldis.
You know how awesome that would be? Because we haven't had anything like that in a long time, of where the general manager gets involved in a match.
Y'all,
And it hasn't been since like the corporation or anything. So it hasn't been a history or a story used so frequently in a long time. So could we have the general manager now say, hey, you know what? I'm medically cleared. I've got some history, or I've got some wrestling experience. Let me
it's
throw my
more
name in the
than
ring.
some experience. Nick Aldis is
Oh, yeah.
probably the
I
greatest
know.
NWA World Heavyweight Champion of all time. And yes, I said that. I know Dusty Rhodes is synonymous with that title and everything, but Nick Aldis put that company back on the map. So for
So
me,
why not have Nick lace the boots back up and
Yeah.
go to work?
yeah, that you just tickled my nerd nerve, and just the possibility, because
I'm gonna say, yeah, I just tickled your nuts. I was like, wait a minute, slow down, buddy.
No, not that far, but
Sounds like something to say.
does, but not that far. You know, I grew up with him, of course, as Magnus in TNA, and then as I
Right.
got older, I kind of followed him through NWA, and him and Cody Rhodes had that historic match at All In, the first kind of indie, funded pay-per-view when the Bucks, Kenny, and everybody got together and did that match, or pay-per-view in Chicago, which is a great pay-per-view. If you haven't never seen it, go back and watch it. It's great. So if we can get NWA Nick Aldis and they don't dumb him down for WWE, man,
Right.
that if
Because
they,
you talk about something we haven't seen before.
oh yeah,
And for Cena to go out like that, especially the way Cena and AJ Styles gave us that match.
Yeah.
And then to have a match with Cena and Nick Aldis, the true version of Nick Aldis, that'd be one hell of a final match.
man, that to me is one thing that I will say is I went back and watched that match probably, what would you say, 10, 15 times?
Up 10.
Like, I'm not kidding. And for the longest time, the Royal Rumble match in 2017 was my favorite match of all time. I love that match.
Yeah, that's AJ and Cena's very, very, very best match.
That is one of my favorite matches, if not in 10 minutes. Okay, we got to apparently he didn't pay the bill. Okay. All right, we got 10 minutes before it ends. But okay, we'll fly through it. But shit. That match at WrestlePalooza has since took my favorite spot.
Yeah.
Drew, we got 10 minutes, so we're gonna rapid fire here. Anything from of course, Logan Paul turned on CM Punk, got the Vision influence. The only thing from SmackDown, of course, that we didn't talk about was a new Women's United States champion in Chelsea Green. And
history became a 2-time U.S. champ.
Yeah, I think she's the first ever 2-time Women's United States champion.
I'm happy for her.
And
Yeah,
I'm very happy for her. I
Me
think
too.
she is. I think I wouldn't be upset if they put the world, Women's World Championship on her.
She's really
She's
good.
that damn good and that entertaining as her. She knows what her character is, and damn if she don't play that character to perfection.
Yeah, but she's brought relevance back to the U.S. title, and that's what it was missing with Julia.
Yeah, I mean that whole run is very forgettable. I honestly forgot that she was the Women's United States champion because I don't really care about her that much. And it's not her fault. She's a great wrestler, but she is.
it's the booking. It's nothing to do. It's the booking.
It's the booking because she's not being used properly. She's just thrown together with Kiana James, which I'm not complaining about. Good God, that outfit on Friday. Gah. But go ahead, John.
The female Don King looks amazing.
Yes, sir.
I I don't believe any of a lot of these articles until I actually see it. However, so I seen it this morning. I'll send it to you guys when I'm done here. But apparently, what was the plan? Take the belt off Julia.
Hmm?
Be surprised. Do not be surprised that coming week or two, she's getting released.
Or rebranded.
No, released. Apparently, she's got a lot of heat backstage. She's very, very rude to everybody backstage. It's a lot of. I'll send the thing to you. You'll see.
Okay.
But anything else you guys want to cover real fast?
Lash Legend making an appearance on
Oh shit!
SmackDown.
Yeah, I completely fucking forgot about
They're
that.
beefing up the women's tag team division, not
Hell,
just on
yeah.
Raw, but SmackDown. So they're working on it.
Yeah, and so we'll touch on that for a second because when it happened, I instantly knew who it was. You couldn't see her face right away.
Yeah, I couldn't tell because of how quickly they were moving everything around,
and you were like, "Who is
Alexa's
that?"
hair moving.
And then I went, "It's Last Legend from NXT," and his reaction was just, "Oh shit!" like, "Oh shit!" And so it's kind of weird the spot they're putting her in, but it fits her, you know.
It does, but that's going to be one hell of a tag team too.
As this
With her and Nia
insurance
Jax.
policy for Nia Jax. And I think they are going to be, and I will say this about Nia Jax, as much as I hate her, as much as I think she's sloppy and she's reckless, she's improved a lot.
Yeah.
I still think she's reckless. I think the only reason she's still in WWE is because of who her family is.
Yeah.
But
that's a big part in it.
I mean, genuinely, that I mean, we
Do you
can say
think
that
she'll go
about,
for tag team gold or she go for individual?
I don't know, man. It's
They're going for it.
Yeah, it's confusing.
Well, at first, I thought it was going to be the Kabuki Warriors. I was going to take the belts from Charlotte and Alexa.
Yeah,
now I have a whole new view on it.
So I still think that they're going to be the ones to take it off of Charlotte and Alexa, and I think that Nia and Lash will be the ones that take it off the Kabuki Warriors.
That could be one hell of a ladders match too. Now they've
Mhm.
got plenty of good contenders or good tag teams.
Yeah, man, and
But
you
then-
know, here in the last couple of years, we've always had a ladder match at Mania. So why not give the women a spot? I mean, arguably
Yeah.
one of the greatest matches of this year was the TLC match the night after the SmackDown after WrestleMania. So give that women that spotlight, man, because I'm all for it. As a guy that used to hate women's wrestling because they couldn't wrestle, that coming from me, that's saying something.
And then I have to say, I love the fact that the beginning of SmackDown, Cody Rhodes came out and he said, "Hey, Drew McIntyre, I'm done with our feud. I'm moving on." And then at the end of SmackDown, Drew McIntyre came out. He attacked. The ref got one vicious Claymore. And then all of a sudden, here comes Nick Aldis. He's pissed off. And he says, "You know what, Drew McIntyre? You're suspended." And then there was this massive heated argument afterwards. And they're literally tossing him out the building.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be very interested to see if Drew is showing up on Raw now instead of SmackDown.
Yeah. So that to me is interesting. I don't know what's gonna happen with Drew. I'm so glad that this Cody bullshit is over. Cody Rhodes. I saw a thing and I can't remember who sent it in the group. I think it might have been you, Andrew. When let me see that real quick. I got 4 minutes, so I gotta kind of be quick here. But when Jinder Mahal was champion,
Yep.
they had
yeah.
2.5, what was it? 2.5 million people watching.
Yep.
I think
Cody
when
had
Cody was
900,
champ, it was like 930,000.
930K. Yeah.
Cody had like 900K. Cody Rhodes is the worst champion in WWE modern history.
He's better chasing.
And it's not his fault. Like I've said 1,000 times, Cody does not do well with the belt. He does better when he's going after the belt.
He's better chasing the belt.
And so I'm glad, and I'm glad they're giving Aleister Black this spot. But like you said, man, it just makes me think of Scarlett and Killer Cross, what they could have done with them.
They could have done that with him, yeah.
Now I'm happy that they put Zelina with Aleister. I think they're doing a great job, and I think this might be the time that Aleister Black, he's historically a Triple H guy, so maybe they'll give him a main event push, and he deserves it.
But every time I see them on screen, though, it's just like, hey, I'm seeing what they could have been doing with Cross and Scarlett. So it's not giving them their due diligence because of that. And I hate
they're
that.
not They're not worried about it. Did
No,
y'all
they're doing
did
better
y'all
than
see
ever
what they're
now.
No,
doing?
they're doing just fine.
Did
Yeah.
y'all see how much
They're
money they
getting
have made in the
paid.
last month
Mhm.
It's
Huh?
crazy. They are getting paid.
Where they at now?
on the indies?
Oh, okay.
They're doing indie shows, this other signing. What do you call them? Comic Con type thing.
Yep, they're
Bro,
getting bank.
I'm glad.
all I'm gonna say is show up in AEW and give me Takeshna and Cross. Good God Almighty.
I would never miss an episode.
Yep. So I need to start watching them more. I just so much goes on through the week, and I work on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I'm just like blah. Because like a lot of people like, oh, you only work 1 day a week.
There's been
One day a
couple
week for
of
me is like
days.
7 days for a normal person. You know what I mean? So it drains me. And so when I get to Wednesdays, I'm like, look, I don't really want to do nothing. I just want to lay
Right.
here. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. I want to thank Mr. John, Mr. Eddie Kingston himself for being here once again. Drew, you were sorely missed last week. The people were like, man, we need Magic Fingers. But Magic Fingers is back this week and is back unless something else comes up. He really misses an episode. John really misses an episode. And hell, I don't think I've ever missed an episode. But yeah, we got some good things coming. And we'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys for being here. And stay tuned because we got some good stuff coming.